This is a Toyota Wish, and let me show you how to tint a windscreen tint. First things first, wipe it off and remove the dust particles. So I'm using, this is called a soapy solution. What I want you to know is that I'm installing a 35% American tint that we normally install. So spring it off like that and wipe it off using your piece of cloth over there, or you can wipe it off using a microfabric towel. So you wipe it off so that you can install your tint. By the way, tunaanza na shrink the tint. This is how the car looks before. I have the towel over there. The work of the towel is to cover the dashboard and the radio so that the water solution cannot pour. This is step number 1. This is a 35% American tint. A 35% will block 70% UV rays. So step number 1, I'm going to install a 35%. Step number 1, cut the tint according to the size of the shape of the windscreen. So this is how we cut the tint. We roll it off according to the windscreen and then we cut it off so that you can install from the inside. This roll is very big. So we measure it like this and then I cut it using my sharp. Yes, that's the step number 1, cutting it to the size of the windscreen. So let me cut it and then we continue. Step number 2, shrinking of the tint. As I said, shrinking of the tint is like trimming the tint and giving you the exact shape of the windscreen. That's called the shrinking of the tint. We normally use a heat gun, or you can call it a hot air gun, and it's very hot, and a squeezer. So we normally shrink it off using a heat gun so that it can take the size of the windscreen and then install it from the inside. So this is how we shrink it off. We normally use the heat gun and then you blow it off like this on the tint. This is called the shrinking of the tint. Use your squeezer, use your heat gun, and you can use your hands. Most importantly, you need to use your brain so that you cannot burn the tint. As I said, this is a hot air gun. So this is how you squeeze it off. Use your heat gun and then you gently squeeze it off. Next step is called the trimming of the tint. This is the trimming of the tint, whereby we cut the tint according to how the windscreen looks. That you can cut the excess part of the tint. I normally teach a lot of things. How about you subscribe to my YouTube channel and ask a lot of questions? You can like, subscribe, share this video, and if it's helpful, let me show you how we install the tint from the inside. We are going to install the tint from the inside. We normally install the tint from the inside. This is my water pump over here. I'm going to sprinkle like this. Now we have pressure mingi, so I can adjust it and something like that. And you cover your dashboard. Now cover because of the radio. You can see this an Android radio over here, so we normally cover it like this and the dashboard. So to make my story short, I'm going to place the camera over there and let me show you how we install the tint. As you're going to install the tint from the inside, we normally clean the windscreen from the inside so that you can move the excess gums that are on the windscreen, the dirt particles. So we normally clean the windscreen and ensure that it's sparkling clean. So you can install the tint by yourself, but if you want to make the work easier, you can install it to people so that you cannot waste time and you cannot do some shoddy work. So use your squeezer and squeeze it off like that to remove the excess water, the excess dirt, and then take your tint and now begin installing the tint. Install your tint, now squeeze it off using a squeezer. So this is how you squeeze it off. You can see how clear it is. Remember, this is a 35%, and I told you advantages of having a 35% tint on your windscreen. Number 1, it reduces up to 70% UV rays, and this is after results. This is how it looks from the outside. You can see how black it is. Remember, this is a 35% and it is very dark from the outside but very clear from the inside. So let me show you how. This is how it looks from the inside. Very clear from the inside. I can see everything over there. I can see there. You see? This is how it looks from the inside. Any question, let me know in the comment section. Make sure you install at 35% on the windscreen, 5% on the sides, or you can install a 1% on the sides depending on your nini. Remember? One thing that I can tell people that if you want to install tint, to get a tint, we normally look at the heat rejection in a block, how many UV rays, something like that. I normally say that 5% blocks up to 70%. Wala ndo kuchoma na mataa hauta kuchoma. And to make my story short, subscribe to my YouTube channel na mlete kazi za tint. Call 0757446430. We are located in Nakuru Town Government Road. Our numbers in our bio. This is the government road over here. And to make my story short, you can call us. Tunaweza kuja ama ukuje. You to choose. Anyways, thank you.